Scrappy Peep, Suzanna here today to share with you this Stash Bash / Layle by Mail layout. So I am in the process of trying to get rid of a lot of stuff, do some purging, and while purging I found some of the Simple Stories design team stuff that I had from forever ago. It includes, I also found this particular piece of pattern paper, which I believe is My Mind's Eye. And then I found these pocket cards from actually a Disney collection from Simple Stories. And if you know me, like a grid. And so I decided, well, they'd make a really cool grid instead of having to cut up pattern paper. And the super cool part of this is that, Layle, whose stamps I'm going to use for this layout, also happened to be the design team lead when I was on the team and got these particular goodies. So I just thought that was sort of poignant. So I am scrapping my new iPhone, and what I put on the top right over there is the little sort of envelope thing that holds some info and probably warranty information at the top, as well as the sticker. And so I thought those were cool little embellishments to add to it. I also have those paper clips. So yeah, kind of cool. I forgot that those came out before Vicky did her, paper clips. So, yeah, fun things. So I have the newest Gather stamp set from Layle by Mail, and I want to put a little bit more black because the only black thing other than the black and white photo is that camera, and it is really bold and in your face. And so I want to put a little bit more black to just sort of soften that here I am camera, so that your eye isn't just drawn to that, but to other elements in the layout. And so I am stamping Excited About, pardon me. And then I'm going to stamp this in a different color on that yellow card. So you can see that the color base of this layout, the palette, is red, yellow, black, and then that card, I think that card faded. I think it was supposed to be more of a tealy color, maybe, I don't know. So I just made that a light version of a sort of a tealy color. So I have committed to the placement of all of these things, and I want to do more stamping, but I don't really want to stamp until I have adhered these things down, because then if things shift, but I've stamped and they haven't shifted, then I ruin my alignment and my grid is no longer a perfect grid. Not that these are perfect, but you get my point. And being just a little type A, highlighted, bolded, and underlined, I can't do that. So adhering things down. I am putting a lot more adhesive than I normally do because I recently filed probably 2 years worth of layouts, but that also means like spanning back to 2006. And as I was putting layouts away, I realized a lot of things had fallen off of my layouts, even laying flat and not horizontal in albums. And a lot of what I used for adhesive were the dots. Now, I am no longer on a team that supplies adhesive, so I have recently sort of just been using up adhesive in my stash, so I'm not exactly sure what adhesive it was that wasn't sticking, but I do know that it was dots. So I'm trying to put a little bit more on things and see if that works better. So as I've been chatting about adhesive, I have been just literally adhering down all of the elements. So I'm going to put a dot on this, a thermal web adhesive dot on that paper clip, but I don't know why I did that. And you'll see me pull it off in a little bit because I want that paper clip to be what pulls the journaling in and out of a card that I will just make. I'll trace the pattern to fit in there. I believe I had put dot adhesive on there. So I'm using Gina K dot rollers. I love those. I have used those for years and years and years and had no problems with them. So I don't think that was the adhesive I was using earlier. But the dot adhesive is not going to stick on that die cut pocket card. And so I have to use a liquid adhesive so that I can go through the card to actually get a good contact. So there's me pulling off the dot. Why? Why did I do that? I mean, I knew as I was doing it, but sometimes you just kind of go with the flow. And when I'm filming, I don't know, it's really hard to concentrate on creating when you're also filming and trying to be aware of, am I working in my space? Is my gray hair not in in the frame? My big old head. Stamping while you're filming, to me, is really hard because my camera is literally right over me. Anyway, so I have this stamp set of opposites. It's really cool. There's love and hate and like and dislike and good and bad. But I want new because it's a new phone. See, big old head. So I'm stamping the N and the W for new, and I know that I have an E that coordinates with it. Now, this is where if you are going to repeat this, learn from my mistake. So I went with more because it was an easy access E, but new, now also has then with an E in it, and it's the correct E. This is a different E. It's slightly smaller. See, there you go. There's the then. And I wish I had used that E, but it's on there. Yes, I could have stamped on white paper and glued it on top over and fixed, quote unquote, that mistake, but it's a creative mistake and it's fine. It's not terrible. It's not distracting. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I will off camera. I thought I was going to use dimensional letters, so use thickers or something along those lines to do phone, but I actually will use one of the Layle by Mail alphas. It's from her from my window collection stamp set. I will stamp phone in red underneath new. That sticker that I'm sticking down right now is actually going to move down next to phone. I don't know why I moved it. It just looked better there. Again, I want a little bit more black up there. So these are actually also Simple Stories, stash bashing, and they are washi strips, and they are actually from the Life is Good collection, but I liked the way that the colors complemented the colors that I'm using from the Disney collection. So just trimming that off finally. I've got that nice black line that provides some nice dark contrast at the top of the page. And I'm going to stamp, and I wasn't sure it was going to work. The letters of captured worked, but the camera that's next to it doesn't work. So off camera, I'm also going to use a Layle by Mail from the October stamps. No, this is October. September stamps? I can't remember what stamps they were, but they're the cameras with the metal dies. I am going to stick that on top, and it's a much bigger camera, which is actually a nice balance to the big black camera die cut that is at the bottom left there. I am not sure why nothing is happening on the screen here. There we go. I think I was cleaning out the stamp. So that will fix that sort of smudgy, fainty print there. So I'm going to journal there, put in phone, and that is going to wrap it up, my friends. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you are doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.